Greetings, Hayes Intermediate students, fellow writers, future authors. I'm coming to you to teach you today about argumentative essay writing for what is going to be for our chocolate collection essay writing. And so let me go back and refresh your memory on argumentative essay writing that we've been doing a lot in class. First of all, let's highlight this. I have taught you that parts of the essay writing are the claim, the evidence, and the reason. And we've gotten really good at this, at reading a little section on what is going to be amplify and then writing a quick paragraph. But now we're just going to be making this bigger because this is our largest writing assignment that we'll have probably this year. Now let me go back into this and show you what we will be writing about. This is our prompt, is going to be, does chocolate make you happy or feel good? Either way. And we're going to be discussing that by making a claim. Let me go back here. Does chocolate make you happy? So we will be discussing, does chocolate make you happy as your claim? You're going to find some evidence to support the claim and then reasons why, but then we'll get more into this over the next couple of videos. So this video is going to be here for you to get caught up or reteach you if you're having some difficulty trying to remember what was instructed in class. Now, you'll be held responsible for 4 paragraphs. The 4 paragraphs look like this. You'll have an introduction to the essay. That'll be in a later video. Today's one is going to be about bodies of the paragraph, and you will be responsible for 2 bodies of the paragraph, and I'm going to show you what that will look like. And then a conclusion. So let's dive in a little bit deeper to what the bodies of the paragraph will look like. And that is going to be this. On Google Classroom will be this Google Slides right here. Now let me take this away for you. And you are going to have to provide a claim, 2 pieces of evidence, not just one, there's only one here. And then for each one of those pieces of evidence, you're going to have to provide a reason why, an opposing claim and a rebuttal, which we'll get into in later ones. But firstly, you're all going to be responsible that chocolate brings happiness or is good for you. So you would say something like this, in my opinion, or /claim, chocolate is makes you happy. Now, this right here will be changed later because we're going to have a more sophisticated claim. This is a very simplistic one, and we're developing really good writers here, so we're going to want to make sure that you're giving me a really good claim. That's okay for right now. We're going to keep that there as a placeholder. But now what we need to do is find 2 pieces of evidence that supports that. Please keep in mind, you're going to need to do 2 pieces of evidence for slide 1 and 2 pieces of evidence for slide 2. So, jumping back into this, most of the other students had to find evidence inside of the chocolate collection on Amplify and also the internet, but we're going to focus in on saving time by going to the internet. So what you would do is you would say, list articles that show that chocolate can make you happy. And we can see that right there. And as we searched it, it came up with this. Now, I need to point out something really important to you. Some of you are going to be tempted to use this evidence over here. Do not use that evidence. The reason why is that this is AI, and what AI did was it searched all the articles in the world, and they came up with a summary. And you're going to be doing kind of the same thing. So some of you might be tempted to use these things. Do not do that because that is not what the assignment is. You need to go into the articles over here and find pieces of evidence. So that means you need to sort of scan the articles. You can go over here. Some of you might come down further here, okay? Now notice how this first article popped up here from John Hopkins, and this is Zoe. This is John Hopkins, excuse me, and maybe Zoe's down in here first. So I like going over here because it's quick and easy. So let's take, we're going to scan the article over here for a piece of evidence, and let's go see if we can find one. So the first thing that I see is this, the benefits of having your chocolate and eating it too. I'm scanning, it increases your heart health. So it says the antioxidants in dark chocolate have been shown to lower blood pressure, reduce the risk of clotting, and increase blood circulation of the heart, and thus lowering the risks of stroke and coronary heart disease. That's a great piece of evidence. So all I'm going to do is copy, cut and paste, come back over here, and now I'm going to start plugging in my evidence. But remember, with your evidence, you need to first start off with an introduction to your evidence. For example, in the article, it states, now that's the introduction. We will do another introduction for another next piece of evidence. And also, as I've taught you, the proper way to cite your evidence is to put quotations. Then you're going to paste your evidence. And then, let's make this a little bit bigger. Erase that period, and then put your ending quotations. Now let's make this all the same size. We'll go like this. We're going to make this all, the size was 27, so we'll make that all the same. So there it is. It all looks the same. Now I made this bigger. I'll shrink it. Now, in order to finish my evidence with my citation, I need to put a parentheses and talk about where I got this. So I have to go back in to where I got it. I got it on this website, but I'm going to first look and see if they have an author. I do not see an author over here. So the cool thing is all I have to do if there's no author is put the website. Now, notice how I highlighted that right there and not all this mumbo jumbo over here. You don't want to do that. So that's all I need. I'm going to go back here, tell where I got it from, and then put an ending parentheses and a period. Now I've gotten my first evidence. I need to get one more piece of evidence. So when I went back over here to my Google search, there was this guy. And when I click on it, it looks like this. Now I do see that they have an author here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and search. High quality chocolate provides fiber, minerals such as iron and vitamins and magnesium. That's a pretty good piece of evidence. So I'm going to copy this, go back over here. Now remember, I need to do an introduction to my quote. So I will go like this. And I'm going to make here I said the article states, now maybe I'll say on the website, the evidence shows, now that's an introduction. I'm going to put this and I'm going to paste it. Again, it came out smaller, but I'll get to that 1 second. I need to erase that period, put a quotation, and then I need to put a parentheses and say where I got it from. Well, here's my author, Alicia Owen, and I got it from the first paragraph. So I'm going to go back over here and put just her last name, Owen, and we got it in paragraph 1 and then a period. That is going to be, boom, we're going to change that to the same size, 27, because that's the way it was on this. Boom. Now, you see that I've gotten 2 pieces of evidence, and what I'm going to be doing is you are responsible for 4. 2 for this, and then 2 for this paragraph. Now notice, this is not my own writing. I did copy, cut, and paste from other articles and websites, and I gave them credit, so it's okay to do that. I don't go to AI and ChatGPT or Gemini and have it write the article for me. I've had some students do that, and they won't get credit, and that's on them. They spent just as much time searching in Gemini as they did if they could have just wrote it. I think I've been doing this video for about 6-7 minutes, and those students probably did it in about that same amount of time. And it wasn't properly done. So I'm just going to shrink this down so that I have, we'll come back to this later, but we're just going to like tuck it in right there. Now, the next thing that I'm going to show you in the next video is right in this section. Let me make this, I'm going to go back. I need to give a reason why here and why here. So that's going to be on video number 2. Good luck, get her done. So remember, 4 pieces of evidence, Make sure you cite them properly, and you also give them what will be introductions as well. Good luck.